Hi, Greg here for Party Foul. Got Scott behind the camera, and I'm going to do a video on this cool little guy here. He's called Imperatus. He's a character warjack for the Retribution of Skyra, or however you say it. And he's pretty exciting, and we had a couple of requests to cover some of his cool stuff. Most importantly, his Phoenix Protocol, and I'll get to that in a minute. That's a very special, unique rule just to him. But I'm going to cover his basics. He's on a Shail chassis. I think I said that right. That's one of the house chassis. It's like a Phoenix. So he's got all the normal Phoenix stats, the 12-point shield, the same grid, and all that type of stuff. He's got two thermal blades, just like the Phoenix, POW 17, Reach, Continuous Effect Fire, and Magical. He's got the Phoenix Field. That means he regenerates D6 damage on his field every turn. And he's field dependent. That means that his Phoenix Field and his Halation Cannon, if I'm saying that correctly, that's his like magical gun. If the G units are down, or G boxes on his grid are down, then that means he can't use the whatever it's called, the Phoenix Field regeneration and the Halation Cannon. So that's like the Phoenix as well. I mean, the Phoenix, I don't know if its gun's related to its field, but it probably is. He's also got Sidestep, which is huge for a model with 2 reach melee attacks. It's kind of like Mullet Karn. He can get some funky places. And he's also Mat 7, which is another big deal, because pretty much all the Myrmidons are Mat 6. He also has Special Issue Viros. That means he can be used in Viros theme lists. That's Viros 1 or Viros 2. And apparently in Viros 1 theme lists, he'd be a point cheaper. So, yay. He is 12 points, kind of pricey, but for what he brings, he's pretty amazing. And I'll get to that really amazing Phoenix Protocol in a second. The Halation Cannon is a range 10, POW 14 fire-based shot with magic. And if it destroys the model that it hits, it does Flame Burst. And that means models within 1 inch suffer the fire continuous effect. So you can light a whole bunch of little infantry on fire. Very cool. And probably the coolest ability that he has, and the ability that makes him one of the strongest Myrmidons in the Retribution arsenal. And I have heard some people say he's probably like one of the hardest models to kill. I'll kind of give that to you if it's only included in large base models. But Phoenix Protocol. I'm going to read it to you from the card. It says, once per game during your maintenance phase, or when disabled, this model can use Phoenix Protocol. Remove up to 1 damage point from each of its systems and remove all damage points from its force field. So, the important things to note about Phoenix Protocol is that it procs on disabled or in your maintenance phase. So if your opponent is beating on Imperatus with his bronze back, say, and his last attack does 20 points of damage over armor, because he's like under Xerxes' feet or something like that, it won't matter. It just disables him, takes out all his boxes. He goes to disabled, and as soon as he goes to disabled, the Phoenix Protocol kicks in, and he gets his entire shield back and 5 boxes. So that's a total of 12 on his shield. 5, that's 1 left, 1 right, is G box, M, and Cortex. So it's 17 boxes he's going to get back, which is hefty. It's quite a bit. It's important to note, because it procs on disabled, that all that damage from the last attack that disabled him is absorbed before he regenerates. You don't just like go like, oh, it only took me 2 damage to disable you, and the other 18 points gets put on him after he does his Phoenix Protocol. That doesn't happen. He comes back after that last attack with those full 17 boxes and ready to rock. Another big thing is that because he never progresses to destroyed, he only goes to disabled, spells and effects on him do not expire. So if you have a polarity shield on him, it will stay on him. If you have a continuous effect on him, like continuous fire or whatever, that will stay on him as well. So that's all the basics about Imperatus, and I have to mention that this model was painted by our buddy Tuna. It's amazing, it's beautiful. I hope I can do just as good a job on mine. And I talk quickly about some of the casters that are really good with him. He's actually like amazing probably with any caster, just because he's like a fantastic jack with lots of potential threat range with the sidestep, and Mat 7's amazing. But he's especially good with Isria, because her full spell list and her feat are awesome with him. Crusader's Call gives him additional threat range over and above his already incredible threat range. Admonition makes him go from like super survivable to like, how the hell you gonna kill me, bro? And then also Inviolable Resolve, you can throw that on him, and he's +2 armor, taking him to armor 20, making him even harder to kill. Blinding Light can protect him from range, and she also has Ancillary Attack if he happens to be close enough to her when she's using that. So that's Issy, he's really good with her. Viros 2, Bird's Eye means that he doesn't need line of sight to attack models. So if you had this dude here, and there was like, say, all these little reeves, and they were hiding like some warcaster back here, Imperatus could walk up, and even though technically he can't see this model, with bird's eye, he can attack models regardless of line of sight. He could smack the caster without having to waste an attack on this model in the front. Viros 2 can also give him Pathfinder, and the feat and synergy can turn him into an assassination machine. The feat allows him to, like, you know, a friendly model's destroyed, you can advance with him, which is like a full 6 inches. And then synergy, you can build him up to be Matt, amazing, and Pow, stupid, and then he goes in there and he kills everything. Lock the target, even though Viros 2 doesn't tend to cast it very much, can protect Imperatus from heavies that might want to counter him. Finally, Ron really turns Imperatus on. He has amazing control with his little mittens guys, the House Shield battle mages. They can push and pull stuff to either protect Imperatus or pull things into his threat range. And Ron also has TK, which not only extends Imperatus' threat range, but can pull targets even closer to him. And finally, Ron has Polarity Shield, making Imperatus unchargeable from the front arc. So that can also increase his survivability. He's a fantastic Jack, the best Jack in Retribution. You know, I'm not going to say first points or anything like that. The Griffin's pretty amazing too. But he's an amazing Jack. If you haven't got him and you play Retribution, I would pick him up. Because not only does he look fantastic, he plays fantastic. So, enjoy.